Bukayo Saka continues hot streak with outstanding strike. Where would Arsenal be without Bukayo Saka? The Arsenal winger has become a talismanic figure at the Emirates Stadium and demonstrated his importance once more against Nottingham Forest. Exchanging passes with Martin Odegaard, the forward ran across the Forest penalty area before lashing the ball into the opposite corner to hand his side the lead 15 minutes into the game. It was his 8th goal or assist in just 6 home games this season. Perhaps more importantly, it saw the return of the Saka and Odegaard combination, a key one for Arsenal that last fired in February. Bukayo Saka under no illusions over who will be the ideal Ben White replacement. The Arsenal defender Ben White is set to be sidelined for at least the next 2 months after undergoing surgery to once and for all deal with an injury that's been holding him back the last few months. With his absence, someone needs to step up at Arsenal's right back, and who else to do so but Jurrien Timber? Timber has been nothing but great since his Arsenal arrival. On and off the pitch, he's won us over. It is sad his first season didn't go to plan due to an ACL injury, but it gave us a chance to see what a perfect resurgence looks like with his performances this season. Although workload injuries have tried to hold him back, whenever on the pitch he's been absolutely amazing. His desire for the ball and his ability to advance it are just impressive. Whether at right back or left back, his injected class into the Arsenal defence has put the opposing wingers on lockdown, making them go MIA and thus not impacting the game. With White out for a while, it is time for him to step up and make sure the levels in the right wing don't drop. But should anyone worry that White will not be available, Bukayo Saka not long ago openly revealed how perfect the Dutchman is for right back, saying, "He gave me confidence by telling me that when he has a 1v1 against an attacker, he will recover the ball and give it to me. With the ball, he is very calm and confident. He is an excellent player. I am happy that he shows it." It must have been difficult for him, knowing that he had so much ability but was sidelined for a year. So far, we've only seen flashes of his true potential. He hasn't really had a consistent run on the team. Hopefully in the next few weeks he'll find his momentum. If there was a time he proved his class, it is right now. 9 points behind league leaders Liverpool, Arsenal needs spirited performances from their players, and hopefully that's what Timber and the other Gunners will offer. Bukayo Saka sparks injury fears as the Arsenal and England forward limps off in the second half against Greece. Bukayo Saka has sparked injury fears after the Arsenal star was forced off for England against Greece on Thursday night. Saka limped off 6 minutes into the Nations League match at Wembley following a knock. The forward was replaced by Noni Madueke, having sustained the issue moments after Greece had taken a 1-0 lead through Vangelis Pavlidis. Saka's injury will provide a concern for Arsenal, having been an ever-present for the Premier League title chasers so far this season. The 23-year-old is likely to be a doubt for England's next Nations League match against Finland on Sunday. England interim boss Lee Carsley offered a brief update on Saka post-match. "He's being assessed," Carsley said after England's shock 2-1 defeat. "In the build-up to the first goal, you could see he felt something in his leg." Arsenal will return to action after the international break with an away match against Bournemouth. Mikel Arteta's side then face Shakhtar Donetsk in the Champions League, before a crunch clash in the Premier League with early leaders Liverpool. Saka has played 10 matches in all competitions for Arsenal this season and has been reached double figures for goal contributions. The winger has scored 3 goals this season, while adding 7 assists. Bukayo Saka to return predicted Arsenal 11 vs Shakhtar Donetsk. Arsenal were stunned by Bournemouth in the Premier League as they lost 2-0 on Saturday evening. However, their focus must quickly shift to European action, where their unbeaten record will be tested on home turf against Shakhtar Donetsk on Tuesday the 22nd of October. Mikel Arteta's men are going to play at the Emirates Stadium for a second successive match in the Champions League and will look to replicate their display from last time out when they put in arguably their best performance of the season to defeat Paris Saint-Germain 2-0. Here is a look at their predicted lineup against Shakhtar. Goalkeeper, David Raya will remain in goal against Shakhtar Donetsk. The Spaniard has yet to be breached in the competition, having kept 2 clean sheets in as many matches, against Atalanta and PSG. Defenders, Gabriel Magalhaes will feature in the heart of Arsenal's backline alongside William Saliba. The Frenchman will be suspended against Liverpool at the weekend, so there is no chance Arteta will opt to rest him in Europe. Jarian Timber remains sidelined after his injury against PSG some weeks back, and there is no hint that he will return for the Shakhtar match, so Ben White will play as the right-back with Ricardo Calafiori starting on the left of Arsenal's defence. Saka and Jesus likely to start. Midfielders, Declan Rice and Mikel Merino could form a double pivot with Thomas Partey dropping out to the bench. Kai Havertz might slot in as the number 10 with Martin Odegaard still out, and will look to continue his impressive scoring run at the Emirates on Tuesday. With Arsenal aiming to avoid successive defeats in a matter of days, Bukayo Saka returned versus Shakhtar Donetsk in the Champions League after missing the defeat against Bournemouth. The Englishman's injury is not severe by any means, and he should be fit to start on the right wing for at least some part of the game against the Ukrainian outfit. Meanwhile, Leandro Trossard is likely to play on the left wing ahead of Gabriel Martinelli, who returned from international duty with a knock and was only a substitute at the weekend. Forward, Gabriel Jesus came off the bench against Bournemouth, but he could be entrusted to lead the line on Tuesday right from the word go.
Bukayo, my question comes from the personal congratulations I want to give you, because personally I think you are the player that has the most upgraded in the last 3 years. I was in Wembley 3 years ago and I celebrated a lot that penalty. And when I sobered up, I thought, oh my God, the guy is only 19, how he's going to recover from that? And when I saw you at the Euros last summer, you were not only, my humble opinion, the best England player, but also a point of reference on the pitch as a leader, as you are now from Arsenal. So my question comes, as I think they say also in England, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So what personally did you do to come from that moment, which ain't easy at all?
First of all, thank you very much for your nice words. And I would say it was a very difficult moment for me. Yeah, it was very difficult. I didn't really know how I would come out of it. I was just taking it each day by day, and I had a lot of support from family, friends, everyone at the club, everyone at the national team. So that helped me a lot. And then at the same time, I just had a conversation with myself and said, you know, I can either go into a shell and hide and, you know, not express myself anymore, or I can do the opposite, which is work even harder, become a better player in every other aspect. And if I do have an opportunity to take a penalty again, I'm going to be the first one grabbing the ball. And that's what I did. And, you know, everyone saw what happened when I did score that first penalty. And since then, I've taken many more and scored most of them. So, yeah, I think it was a point in my life where I had a choice. And, you know, I think I made the right choice, I'd say.